Hello, this is Ryan Riccitelli, and we are podcasting out of the Red Bull studio here, right above Traverse Bay. Red Bull's got us hooked up, and they've got a really cool place here. And actually, Paul Lang flew over from San Diego to come and help me out because I heard my sounds weren't so good. I got Josh Kendrick here, and Josh runs the Red Bull event, and we're just going to give you a little update on what's going on. So, Josh, fill us in.
All right, day four, the day two of the main event at Hookipa. Plenty of swell still around, probably in the 10 to 15 foot faces range. Wind picked up a little bit today, probably blowing like 25 knots. So still plenty of like great conditions to keep the kiters, everyone excited. So let's see, the field of 32 men is getting whittled down slowly but surely with a double elimination rounds, and we have 6 men still in it. Robbie Nash is still in it. Ruben Lenton from the Netherlands. Leishai Miller is still in it. Some great standouts. One of the best standouts of the day was a heat between Robbie Nash and Ruben Lenton, a 17-year-old and a 40-plus-year-old, like full storybook, setting where it's the old school versus the new school. Bookend. Robbie has potential to win the first Rebel King of the Air and potentially to win the last King of the Air. So the challenge is up for him and for Ruben, and it's really kind of coming down to a great finale for this event. Just the conditions have been lining up perfect, and the action from all the kiters has been just incredible. So it's really shaping up really well. We're very happy.
There were some cool moments today, like after the heat you were talking about. Like I watched Robbie and Ruben shake hands, and they were all smiles. And it's just the energy at this event is the most positive I've ever seen. And I've come to this event for 4 years now, and I have to say, and also Josh deserves credit too. I mean, the guy's up at 4 in the morning and he's still going. And here I pulled him into the studio to do this podcast. So yeah, he's working his butt off making this event one of the sickest events in the world, and it shows on the water. Today, the waves were huge. The women's heat, some of the biggest sets came through, and these women were charging. Julie Simsar, Kristen Boys.
Yeah, the women were definitely challenged today. It was pretty heavy, but they stepped it up to the task for definitely. And let's see, Yalu Lungarine was also doing really well. 15-year-old out of Netherlands, she was doing good, stepping it up. And Julie Simsar and Kristen Bose from Germany, and it was really impressive. I know they were definitely challenged as some of probably the biggest surf that those girls have been in, but they rose to the occasion and did it, and it was really impressive to see. Really good.
Well, the coolest thing today too was just like being at the beach and like that heat. I think it was Aaron Hadlow and Leishai, and they were battling it out, and Leishai got that jump. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was pretty mental. I mean, Lee Shy I probably cleared, I don't know, up towards 50 feet high, just boosting off a giant wave up in the air, caught an updraft, and just was soaring for seconds, and landed it. And yeah, super impressive. We got a quote from him just saying it was probably one of his biggest jumps he's ever had. So to do that in front of everyone here in Maui is just kind of a great thing to see, and everyone witnessed it. So it was good. I mean, like I said, the action was just heat to heat, back to back, just kept going and going and going. And I mean, the crowd was rearing all day, and I think people were impressed right and left.
What's really cool about this event too is Maui is the birthplace, one of the main birthplace of kiteboarding, and there's so many stories behind the scenes that our listeners don't get to see. And I know I was walking up and down that beach, and I mean, Flash Austin, he's with his mom sitting on a tree watching the thing play by play.
Just checking
You've
it out.
got Lou Wayman was in the parking lot. He snuck in, he snuck out, but he was there because
Yep.
he called me on my phone and I asked him where he was, and I was actually like, wow. Pete Cabrina was floating around. I mean, the who's who of kiteboarding are at this event. This is the biggest event in the world. It was the very first event, and it's the most legitimate event. And hey, we've got nothing but incredible kiteboarding for the next couple days. And yeah, and I think what I was having a conversation with somebody early on, and we were talking about how cool it would be. Actually, it was Jim Semler, my art director for the Kiteboarder magazine. We were talking, and he said, "How cool would it be if Robbie won?" And
Yeah.
I was like, well, if the conditions lined up, and that's the thing, and it's really cool to see. And I will tell you, most people will say, oh, they're gonna fix this or whatever. No, it is legit. I watched Robbie ride today, and Robbie is magic on the water. And hey, this is an event where the wind's blowing 30 knots, and the waves are 15 to 20 foot, and I think like faces, okay? Because I'll get knocked on that. I mean, it's big out there,
Hawaiian
but
size, California
this
size.
is
Which one?
Robbie's. Yeah, this is Robbie's backyard. I
No,
mean,
Robbie's in his element. I mean, that's what Robbie in himself is just an amazing story. I mean, the guy is still so relevant today, pushing 40, windsurfer, kiteboarder. The guy is just incredibly talented and just so relevant. So, yeah, definitely. If this was a different type of contest, if it was more flat water, more trick based, maybe he wouldn't be so relevant. But this definitely is his territory, his stomping grounds. It's North Shore, it's Hookipa. There's surf, there's wind, and he's loving it. So it's really really cool to see that. It's still him definitely in the running, giving all these young guns, a run for the money. So, but at the same time, it's like all these kids are so talented and they're just blowing minds, rising to the occasion. So it's great to see just the whole gamut of younger guys, older guys, established guys. It's really exciting to see. So it's good stuff.
well, and with that said, the coolest part about it is, you listeners, most of you guys are old guys. So let that be some inspiration for you. I mean, it's not about age here; it's about experience, as they say. So we're gonna be actually. I talked to Lee Shy, I talked to Aaron Hadlow and Ruben Lenton. Tomorrow we're gonna get him in the back of the mobile metro, and we'll be bringing him to you out of the parking lot. I told him I was gonna haze them on asnews.net and get some of their feedback. So yeah, keep listening in. We're gonna be bringing you more updates. And is there anything that the listeners need to know for tomorrow?
Yeah, just this is the final day of the final event, seventh year King of the Air. So check it out. We're going to be updating the website, redbullkingoftheair.com. So look at that and watch that for updates and photos and whatnot. And yeah, if you can make it out, if you're in Maui, definitely come out and check it out. It's going to be an exciting day. It's Saturday. The sun's out. Plenty of beautiful people on the beach and action going down in the water. So it should be an exciting day. And yeah, thanks to all your support, Ryan, for all AS News Net and Kiteboarder Magazine. Appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. And hey, everybody, keep checking in with us. This is Ryan Riccitelli and Paul Lang and Joshua Kendrick here from Red Bull, podcasting to you live out of the Red Bull studio. And hey, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Buenas noches.